Hey Paisanos, it is I, Mickey Saturn. Paisanos, look, it's Clash at Demonhead. Yes, and no doubt, at least some of you thought that this was just a band in the Scott Pilgrim comics and movie. No, it's totally a game. Actually, aside, Crash and the Boys, that's also a game. So all other bands were named after games. I didn't realize Crash and the Boys was a game until, after I saw the movie. Anyway, Clash at Demonhead is an NES game. It's quite interesting. You saw the little opening cutscene, which I let play with the really adorable crabs, and you saw our hero. His name is Bang, and he's sort of like a special agent superhero guy. This game kind of reminds me of like can't remember the guy's name, but the manga artist that did like what's it called? Cyborg 009 or something like that. So is that Osamu Tezuka? Anyway, I don't know if that guy was involved in this game, but I feel like it's got a similar vibe and similar kind of character design. So they were channeling him. And Demonhead, it flashes. That's great. Yeah, check it out. Okay, we're starting the game, and what you're looking at here is like a map. So basically what you should think of is the little black squares, those are intersections. And the pink lines, those are stages. So I enter a stage, and it's a side-scrolling section. I side-scroll, I shoot, I jump, I can crawl. I like the little animation for that. Oh no! And this game has a whole plot line, and when the characters start talking, you go to a screen like this, and the game tells you, so that you don't get confused, that it is talking time. The Royal Medallions of the Seven Governors. It's pretty awesome. And this guy's Tom Guycott, the Chief of Governors. And he's in his desert fortress on Route 33. So, I don't know that I pointed that out when we were on the map earlier, but the routes are numbered in this game. Oh, shucks. Oh, dear. So, where I just was Route 1. So, on the right, you see Route Select. And, right now, 2 is selected, meaning I'm going to travel north on the world map. You know. I'm not sure if I'm explaining this in a way that makes sense. So that is actually what I want to do, so I select it too. Oh. My health be low. I'm going to go into my item menu and use my food. Yeah, there we go. Look out! Yeah. So see, now I'm at that other intersection. And basically the way this game works is you travel around the world map, and you look for the governors who are in these little castles. They're like the bosses, and you fight them, and you get their medallions, and you try to make it to the top of the mountain, which is Demonhead. And along the way, you meet all these characters. They give you all these cryptic clues. And this is the kind of game where you're going to want to have like a piece of paper handy to like write stuff down. I've actually got one right here because I haven't played this game in a long time, so I'm going to actually write down some info. But I do know that we want to go left here, Route 5. Oh. We got a specific reason that we want to go here. his controls are a little odd. Okay. You can climb. Isn't that awesome? Who's this? Talking time. Alright, gold nuggets in the exchange store on Route 22. I'm not gonna write that down. Thanks! So you see, you meet characters like that. I love this little touch here. If I shoot him, no. Thanks, game. I wouldn't have figured out. Welcome! I'm gonna stand here. Look! Comes down from the sky. Shop. So at the shop you can get, power-ups and stuff. So the first thing I want to do is get more food, because I ate my food. And then I have to decide if I want to get, this. It's like a little... if I'm not mistaken, I think this one is kind of like a little boomerang. It's like a weapon upgrade. But it's not permanent. It's only good for a certain number of shots, and actually you will run out of it. And also if you die, you lose it. But you'll run out of it pretty quickly, so I think I'm going to pass on it for now, save my money, and then come back and get the boots, which let me jump high. And this here lets me breathe underwater, so I can go to some of the underwater places, I'm pretty sure. Alrighty. I don't know, I just really like the vibe of this game, and it's not very well known. I mean, certainly, I didn't really know about this game when I was a kid. I found out about it later. Yeah, I don't know, it's just not as well known as it perhaps deserves to be. So, now, I know where I'm going as it happens, so I'm going to take Route 11. And that will lead me to the first governor. We'll see if I can win. One thing about this game is it's pretty difficult. Or I have so far always found it to be fairly difficult. Although it's also the kind of game where taking your time and not rushing really helps you. If you try to just rush through and not be careful, you'll have a much harder time than if you're methodical, you follow up on all the clues, you figure everything out. Stand here. Let the homing missiles destroy themselves. Good little pro tip. And this is the mansion, but I'm gonna go past it. The reason is, you'll see that I'm right at the end of the route. So now I come out on the other side of the route, and I go back into Route 11, and I'll be right here. But when I die, since I only have 1 health, it'll take me back to the last intersection I was at. So by doing that, I don't have to go through the whole level to get back to the manor. The governor's mansion. I've been waiting for you. He is in a hypnotic spell. And he's making a bomb. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty bad at this game in some ways. But the good thing about it is you get infinite continues. You just say continue. And you see I'm right back at the last intersection. Oops, 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 oops. Go back. And I mean, I don't know if I need to explain a little better, but as you see, if you just go left, it takes you out of the other side. So right when you enter, you can exit again. And each level kind of has 2 sides, or each stage. It's kind of like an open world game. again? It's okay, paisanos. I will defeat this guy. Let's get him. No! Paisanos again? I like that he makes a sound when he hits his head. What do you think his head is made out of? That's kind of funny sound for a head to make. Thump. No, paisanos! This guy's super pain. Am I gonna win, paisanos? Have I got it? I'm doing a lot better. No! I mean, you might be thinking, well, you should have bought that weapon upgrade, the boomerang. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm not using it right, but I have found the boomerang to be really not helpful in this fight. But, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to continue on, and, we'll come back to this guy. Let's check out Route 9. Whee! I really like the look of this game, the graphics and the character design, the enemy design. It's pretty neat. Let's take Route 12. I don't know. What was that? Yeah, it's one thing about this game, it makes no sense whatsoever. Which, if you ask me, that's a good quality for a game to have. No! Oh, so here's actually, this is kind of a cool thing about this game is, if you fall into a pit, you don't just instantly die, you go to a little underground section. It takes you back to where you were. Let's try Route 6. I've had some difficulty with Route 12. Oh, snap. This looks intense. So I've always seen this game as sort of like what an open world game would be like on the NES. I mean, basically that's what this is. It's an open world game. Sweet. Okay. Route 14. Yes. So one thing that should be said is, commenting on the controls, they're a little weird. They're not nearly as fluid as, like, Mega Man's controls. He kind of finishes his step when you let go. Like, if I just tap it, like, that's the small, I mean, that's the tiniest tap. But if I kind of get him walking and then I let go, he kind of finishes his whole step. Like, I'm gonna let go. I'm gonna say when I let go. Let go. See how far he kind of traveled? It's like almost the whole width of his body, you know, whole extra width. So that can be a little tricky. And then his jump. I feel like the physics of his jump is a little weird. Ah, what's this? don't know who that guy Jake was. I do wonder about this game, like, I do have a cartridge of this game, but like I say, I didn't really have it when I was a kid. I didn't, and I don't know if the instruction manual explains this better, or if, I don't know, I just wonder if there's more to it, that would be more obvious to some people. Is it based on something? I don't know, that kind of stuff. Let's try Route 17. Anytime you see a path going off to like a dead end, you gotta wonder, you know, what's this about? Crawl. Okay, it's tricky. 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 Look at the platforming. No! Oh, look out. Let's try it again. No! Can't believe I fell again. Let's try Route 20. Okay. Yes. Let's try Route 15. It's going off to that island in the middle of the lake. Bet you there's something there. I just like the level design too in this game. Very interesting. Now you do lose health falling below the surface of the water sometimes. And I assume that's because I can't breathe underwater. And, you know, if I got the scuba gear, I'd be able to breathe underwater, and then that wouldn't happen anymore. Let's see. See, I don't get it. If I stay underwater, does he drown? Yeah, see, he loses health when he's underwater. So, I need to buy the scuba gear to go underwater. That makes sense. And that's why sometimes when you jump in the water, you lose health. Like just then. I've never died from jumping in the water. So I think it's like you can only lose... Oh no, there you go. I was about to say, you know, you can't die from it, you can just lose all your power. Anyway, I gave that life up as an experiment. Sometimes you have to do that, paisanos, when you're playing a classic game. These games are very, you know, old NES games, as, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows, but they're very unforgiving, and they don't really explain themselves a lot of times. You have to kind of use your own ingenuity to figure it out. And that's a lot of fun, in my opinion. That's part of why I like these games better than a lot of the games they make today. Dark Souls is a very NES-like game. But, gosh. Ugh, seriously? Bro, what's this? I can't go any further, paisanos. What do you think I'm meant to do? There we go. It's a mysterious place, paisanos. It's a mysterious place, paisanos, the land at the foot of Demonhead. You never know what you're supposed to do here. probably there's like an item or a power-up I don't have that would cause a door to appear, or a structure. Or maybe I have to beat the governors in order. I thought I could beat them out of order, is my recollection. But maybe, like, a governor's mansion would be there if I had beaten the other governor. No, but that's okay. Gets me back to where I want to be. So I think it's high time we go back and we put the kibosh on that one governor, Paisanos. I'm gonna go check that guy out and make sure that he doesn't bother anyone ever again. Alright, Paisanos, I made it back. Now let's take this guy on. Alright, we're gonna get this punk. Alright, let's see. Alright, I have eaten my food. Let's see if that solves my problems. Let's see if that helps me defeat this fool. Yes! I got you! Ha ha ha! That's right! That's right! Oh yeah! One of the medallions of the governors! Yeah, boy! Yeah! Yeah! Alright! Okay, well, man, what a lengthy, complex game with lots of secrets and just all kinds of stuff. It's a much more, I feel, elaborate and complex game than most other NES games, and definitely should be a lot more famous than it is. It's pretty dang good, although I can see how the controls, you know, they're not as smooth as like a Mega Man game or something like that, which, you know, is how you would want it to feel. And, you know, the game is pretty opaque. I mean, it does not explain itself at all, and that, you know, I can see how for some people, maybe that would be a bad quality of it. It's, you know, not nearly as easy to get into as like Mario or something where you obviously just run, you know. But nevertheless, it's pretty cool. I would totally recommend it to anyone that digs 8-bit action platformers and who wants to see something a little different. And, you know, I think it's pretty cool to think about how, like, this is a way to implement an open world in, like, an 8-bit side-scroller that's totally different than the open world in, like, Metroid. You know, you could argue that Metroid's a somewhat open world. Not really, because it's gated in all kinds of ways, but you can kind of go all over the place in that game right from the beginning. This game's like that. You can just go from route to route to route to route, and you can skip the mansions and stuff, but you won't really progress, and you won't get to the secret areas, and you won't be able to really make it. Anyway, it's pretty neat, huh? Yeah, that's Clash of Demonhead, Paisanos. Until next time.